Hello, my dear student. How are you? So, today we are going to learn a new lesson that is called Gerund and Infinitive. And it is one of the most difficult lesson when students are a little bit confused whether to use the gerund or infinitive. So, let's first know what is a gerund. So, a gerund is a verb to which ing is added at the end of the verb. So it looks like a continuous tense, but it is used differently. It means in the form of a noun. So for example, we say eating in class is not allowed. So eating in class is not allowed. So this is a verb which has ing at the end, which we call gerund. It is like a subject here. It takes the role of a subject, but it is a verb. So we put at the end ing. Eating in class is not allowed. So it is gerund. So when to use a gerund? So this is an important question to know. The gerund as a verbal noun. So it's a noun is a verb, but it takes the essence or the form of a noun. So this is why we say a gerund as a verbal noun. So smoking in public areas should be banned. Smoking in public areas should be banned. So smoking here as a verb takes the form of a noun. It is a verb, but it takes the role or the form of a noun. So smoking ing at the end. So it is a gerund. It's a gerund. In public area should be banned. So which should just not be confusing. He quit smoking cigars when he was 25. He quit smoking cigars when he was 25. So quit is a verb. It means to stop doing something or to leave it. So he quit smoking cigars when he was 25. So at the age of 25, he decided to stop smoking. So that's why we say he quit smoking cigars when he was 25. So quit is a verb, smoking as well is a verb, but it takes the forms of a noun and we add ing at the end of smoking. That's why. So there are some verbs when we are allowed to use the gerund or the true infinitive. So when to use the gerund as well after some certain verbs. So we will see what are those verbs. For example, to admit, to avoid, to consider, to deny, to enjoy, to finish, to involve, to keep, to mean, to practice, to quit, to remember, to stop, to understand, to wait. So after those verbs, we used the gerund. And as well, after some preposition, for example, you can say, besides swimming, we didn't do much. Besides swimming, we didn't do much. So besides the preposition, so we use the verb swimming in gerund. So besides swimming, we didn't do much. I am thinking of quitting my job. So of is a preposition. Quitting is on gerund. So I am thinking, the verb to think in present continuous, of quitting my job. So he looked at her without saying a word. He looked at her without saying a word. So looked in the past simple. At is at her without. Without is a preposition. Saying, the verb in gerund, a word. So he looked at her without saying a word. So this are some prepositions where we can use after them the gerund. So let's see now what is in infinitive. So the verb itself preceded by to infinitive. So for a so to play, to go, to do, to watch. So to is infinitive. So the verb itself is an infinitive. It's the normal form of the verb. So to be honest, to be is the infinitive of the verb to be. So to be honest, I love learning English. To be honest, I love learning English. I would rather help my mother. I cannot say I would rather to help. No. So here the verb help is in infinitive. I would rather help my mother. Go and check. Or go and check. Go and check if I left the avenue. Go and check. Go and check if I left the avenue. So go and check are in the infinitive. So you are given. So in order, go and check if I left the avenue. So you are given an order. So after certain verbs, we use the to infinitive. For example, to appear, to arrange, to bother, to choose, to decide, to fail, to hope, to learn, to manage, to offer, to plan, to refuse, to seem, to tend, to volunteer, to wish. So after those verbs, we can use the infinitive. So, but we have some case when we can use the infinitive or the gerund. For example, begin, continue, like, love, try, start, prefer, stop, hate. After these verbs, you can use whether the infinitive or the gerund. Let's see, and we can as well use the infinitive after some uh, adjectives. For example, we can say it was difficult to see. So the verb to see here in infinitive. Through the fog. It was difficult to see through the fog. She is happy to help us. It is easy to bake a cake. So the the first verb, I mean the first one is conjugated, but the second one cannot be. So we put it in the infinitive. So after modals, we use as well the infinitive. Can, could, will, would, shall, might, must, should. So after those models, we can use the infinitive. So gerund is used for things that have already happened. So the gerund is used for things that have already happened. For example, he began. So the verb to begin in the past simple, he began playing baseball last year. So here we use the gerund because the verb here began in the past simple. So this is something that he has already done. So he has already begun playing baseball last year. So the gerund is used for things that have already happened in the past. Infinitive is used for things that could still happen, may possible happen. There is a possibility that it may happen. It is still possible to win. So there is a possibility that we can or win. So we can we can use the verb in infinitive to win. It is still possible to win. We still have a chance to win, so it is possible. Many verbs can be preceded by both, like I said before, by both the gerund and the infinitive to allow, to begin, to continue, to forget, to hate or love, to attend, to like, to mean, to need, to prefer, to remember, to start, to stop, to try, and to want. So these verbs you can whether use gerund and infinitive, so it's correct. So I think this is for today. Thank you for your listening. Please subscribe to my channel to get all the grammar lessons of English language. Bye bye. Thank you for your time.